Ouch. I guess that's my opening phrase. Hi, Internet. It's Joe. Progo. Me. Hi. Things that are happening is the video I made last weekend. Now it's this weekend. I'm making another one. One thing that happened is I got myself a new phone because I've had an iPhone 4 for 4 years, which is fine. I'm so glad it's been working for that long. But it wasn't really working anymore because, as you might know, iPhones are just programmed to not be usable after a certain number of years, which is really shitty and bad for everything and everyone. So anyways, I've upgraded to an iPhone 5. I think I will always be 2 generations behind, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. But anyways, I have a new phone and it will hold lots of video because I made sure to get one with lots of storage capacity because I'm like, I really miss making videos and it's much easier with a phone than with my clunky camera. My camera's great, but phone is easier. So anyways, I have a new iPhone. It's exciting. It's also much more helpful with accessibility features. I don't want to talk about that though because maybe I do. I've been fighting so hard with accessibility things here at school. And then when I finally got a reader, my reader wrote that thing about me and called me a gender I am not. And I know that, I don't know. It feels like I should be over it. Like I should feel better, but I don't feel better. I just feel shitty. Do you hear the wind? It's very windy. So anyways, this last week I was super sick all week, but not like a cold or a flu or like the things college students normally get. I don't know why I put that in quotes. I'm in college, but I'm in graduate school and I'm 27, and so it feels weird. And I feel much older than 27. So anyways, this whole week I've been the kind of sick where, I would get out of breath, walking to the bathroom or up the staircase to go to the kitchen. Or, I would have to take many breaks to, get back up the hill after taking Pike down the hill to take a shit. So that was happening, and then I've been getting headaches every day. Also, I have this whole, crop of warts on my foot that I've been battling with for, a decade or more than a decade, and now they're itchy and growing, and they keep being itchy and growing, so that's frightening. For some reason I'm really scared about headaches this week too, thinking something's wrong with my brain, but that's because I've also been having a lot of experiences with my what I'm calling dissociative identity disorder because that's what fits it the best. I don't like talking about it though because it's embarrassing, and because the way I found out about it was somebody on the internet kind of diagnosed me through my, I don't know why I have to retell this story. It's because I get so uncomfortable talking about it because I'm I don't know. It was an uncomfortable way that I found out about it. And it's an uncomfortable diagnosis to have, and I don't even know how to figure out medical care, how to find a person to help me figure out how to take care of it. But anyways, dissociative identity disorder used to be called multiple personality disorder, but that's an old word for it, and I don't like to use it anymore. I use dissociative identity disorder because at the root it's dissociation. But also, it's mine works in a way where I have a whole system, where I'm a we, and we are a whole system of people who have had a whole shit ton of shitty experiences. And yesterday I got to remember some of those experiences for the first time since they happened. This is not the first time I've had that experience. It's happened several times. It happens a lot during the fall and winter. And then I deal with it during spring and summer. So I guess we're going back into the season where shitty things get remembered. So I remembered more shitty things. It used to be a lot easier to talk about those, but I think that's because when I originally started talking about all my shitty problems, I didn't, like, not very many people knew that I was making things on the internet, not many people watched my things, and now everything I make gets watched, which is great. Like, that is the point of putting something on the internet for everyone to see. But also, I have been having a really hard time the last year-ish with, like, being vulnerable and putting things on the internet and, like, opening my life to people and talking about what happened to me, because it's trauma and it's hard to talk about. But I'm trying to talk about it now. But I just kind of go around in circles around it. But basically, I just, like, I learned a whole bunch about DID this week while I've been, like, I've basically put myself on bed rest because I couldn't walk very far. So I was like, well, you probably need to sleep a lot and stay in bed. So I did. And it's working. I'm starting to get more strength again. And I can walk without getting out of breath sometimes. But anyways, I was learning about DID this week and was learning about how you can, like, switch identities in your sleep. Like, I can go to sleep and somebody else will wake up and go and do things, but we're all in the same body, so it's not like the body stays there and another body goes. It's like, this body goes. It's weird. So anyways, I was learning about that, and that made sense to me why I've been tired for so many years, and it doesn't ever change, because I'm like, oh, probably, like, I am more active at night than I realize. Yikes. Shh. Why are you barking? Anyways, so hoping the dog will stop barking if I'm quiet. Ouch, my hand hurts. So I was learning about that, and then I took a nap yesterday, and I just told all my other selves, like, do whatever you want, I have to go to sleep. So then they did whatever they wanted, but I was, like, asleep conscious, knowing what was happening, but couldn't change it, anything. And then I remembered a whole bunch of shit from when I was 23. So what is that? Like 4 years ago now? I was 23, and I was living at Vidar's house. Vidar is the Swedish name for my rapist. Vidar is not Swedish for rapist. It's Swedish for, like, monster. And that's the word I use because it works. Anyways, so I was living at his house. And I didn't remember anything that had happened, and then yesterday I remembered all shitty things that happened. Like being raped again. And I remember when I was remembering all this shit originally, I put it on the internet, and then last year when it happened I didn't. And I kind of wish I would have, because it is really hard remembering, but it's also hard not remembering, and I would prefer to have, like, a record of it. And it is better to share it with people rather than to keep it to myself. So I'm trying it again. Trying the sharing thing. Even though it scares the shit out of me, because this is a lot more real than it used to be. Everything is a lot more real, which I think means that I am getting healthier, even though it feels the opposite. Everything feels much worse. Except this cool new phone that I've got. And this cute dog that I have. Okay, so that's all that I want to say. My head is hurting so badly, and my eyes hurt so badly. So maybe I should go to sleep. Or go outside with sunglasses on. Also, it's Fluffy Week on Out of This Binary, so I'm gonna put something up there. Don't know what, but I'm going to do it. That's all. Believe yourselves. Believe yourselves. I'll talk to you later.